first, we are going to have at a glance of our total presentation, what we are going to see in this presentation. So at first, we are going to have an introduction of myself, then what about my climate action project and why did I choose it, and then the journey with the CAP and its impact and outcomes and what to do next, and at the last, my learning from my CAP. So, hi, I'm Mahfazul Islam. I live in Bangladesh. Currently, I'm studying environmental science in Jahangirnagar University, and I dream of a better world where we can ensure climate security for everyone. So, the next thing, what was my CAP actually? My CAP was detection of a potential heat island in Dhaka city, finding out its causes and mitigation measures. So, the first question comes, what is an urban heat island? An urban heat island is a metropolitan area that carry higher temperature than others than surrounding areas. It is a combination of natural and anthropogenic phenomena that occurs when the natural landscape is replaced by the man-made infrastructure. Basically, it's the place of a city which get hotter when the temperature get rising up, and it is happen due to the man-made causes, basically with the natural causes. So why did I actually and there are some impacts of the urban heat island. So as the temperature become higher, people try to reduce it by using air conditioner and other stuffs, which increase the energy consumption. And because of the energy sources are mainly the fossil fuels, they elevated emissions of air pollutants and greenhouse gases. Besides, they also compromise human health and comfort, impaired water quality, and reduce standard of life. So why did I choose it? What actually drives me? Dhaka is one of the most polluted city, and it is densely populated, and majority of the people are poor, and they suffer from various kind of health related problem everywhere, and all these factors are related to the heat factor. So that's why I want to work on this sector. And what I wanted to do with my CAP, that I wanted to identify the potential UHI, which is urban heat island, reveal the causes behind it, prescribe solution for that, to make people aware of urban heat island, and grab government focus on this topic. So if we go a journey with my CAP, we can divided it in three phases. Actually, we work it in a three different phases. The first one was problem finding, and second one was resource buildup, and third one was communication. So in the first phase, problem finding, we divided it into four steps. First step was the heat island identification, in which we identify the potential heat island. As you can see on the first upper map of this slide, we eventually gathered the weather data, and then beside we gathered some satellite images and evaluated them, have some research process, and we find out that 12 potential heat island in the Dhaka city. And then we chose one of this heat island, what you can see in the lower maps, and selected a neighborhood as our working area, which was our second step. And in the working area, the purple spot indicate the Alaka, which we called it, and it was the intensive area where we research, where we make our researches, and the purple zone was the surrounding of this alaka of the surrounding neighborhoods eventually. And the next step of the problem finding was the causes of UHI. We've found out three significant causes of UHI. One of them was the low amount of greenery. Only less than 2% greenery was there, which is a very low amount as a standard, and built up area and their type. Most of the area, around more than 80% of the area, was covered with buildings which absorb so much heat when the sun rises. And the third one was the traffic and poor road management, which was another significant cause as a man-made cause of the heat island. So the third step was the problem finding, was the solution, describing solution. So we try to describe derive the solution in two ways, for the local people and for the administration. For the local people, there was painting the roof with the reflective color, plant shade trees, rooftop gardening, which will help to reduce the heat of the buildings and around the buildings. And for the administration, there was better road and traffic management, improve the fitness of the vehicle, and encourage EV than the traditional one, which will actually help to reduce the whole area, including Alaka and the zone. And the phase two was resource buildup. In this space, we try to build our resources, which can we work with. So to do that, we made a brochure which actually describe what is an urban heat island is, what it can do to us, how can we reduce it or mitigate it. So you can see the picture of the brochures here. And the other part was the paperworks actually based on the methods, which method we actually detect the UHI and how we find out the causes and the solution. The scientific work was on the paperworks. And the phase 3 was the communication, which is a very important phase of our total project. So we do it in again in two different ways. We interact with the local folks and have some meetings with the officials. As the local folks, we go to the direct spot in our working area, talk with them and ask about the UHI, how they know about it or what they think about it, and they delivered the brochures and took their opinions. And on the meeting side, we met with the Dhaka North City Corporation's officials who are actually responsible for the area, and presented them our works and share our motives. So what are the impacts and outcomes of our project? There are two kind of impacts. On the first one was administrative outcome, and at the administrative outcome, the administration took the matter very seriously, which is very positive, and we got the opportunity to work on UHI related project and contribute to the research work. And recently they have granted me the permission to work on it as a project. And the public response was very interesting, because the public deeply want to get rid of this problem, and they were much interested in the solutions of the UHI, and they were very helpful to us when we go for the survey and to the spot. They were very helpful, and they were listening out things, and they were talking with us so much, and they thought that the government intrusion could make more effective on this process. So what to do next? What we'll do next? Our main two goal is contribute with the government on the research work, obviously, and communicate with the other organization who are working on UHA, like NGOs and other organization, to boost our work on the local level surroundings. So at the last, what are my learning from the CAPS? And I have learned how to communicate with professional peoples, because I have to communicate with lots of professional peoples in the meantime, and how to interact with the different levels of people in the society, because when you go for the survey, you have to talk with the different levels of peoples, and their mindset was different from me. So I have to match up with them and talk with them. I have learned lots of things from their survey and that spot, and how to lead a project and multitask and problem solving, brainstorming, and many more other things. So I like to thank somebody for this project who helped me so much. First of all, I like to thank my supervisor, Mr. Syed Hafizur Rahman, who eventually actually make my work, make my reach with the official people very easy, because he managed those links. And I like to thank my family, my moms and dad, and especially Syed Mehrafroz, who support me a lot. I would like to thank my mentor and ambassador, Eden Brookman and Aradha Seth, so much. They give me so valuable advices and direction through the way. And I'd like to thank every one of you for listening my presentation. Thank you very much.